So, last Saturday, my mom and I decided to hit up the local grocery store for our weekly stash of essentials. You know the drill: eggs, bread, milk, and a suspicious amount of chocolate that my mom insists just happens to fall into the cart. As we approached the checkout, I noticed something a little off about the robot cashier. This one had a suave British accent, like it was channeling its inner James Bond, and I immediately knew we were in for a treat. As we began placing items on the conveyor belt, the robot turned its glowing gaze towards my mom and said, "Good afternoon, madam. You have the most enchanting choice of groceries today." My mom chuckled, a little flustered, as she replied, "Why, thank you. I always say a good grocery list is like a good dance partner, firm, but flexible." They both shared a laugh. Well, my mom laughed, and the robot made a sound that was suspiciously like a mechanical giggle. Things took a turn for the absurd when the robot leaned, or rather, tilted, closer and said, "Are you perhaps interested in a little dinner? I hear the frozen pasta aisle is quite romantic this time of year." My mom, never one to back down from a challenge, winked and replied, "Only if dessert is included. I've always had a sweet spot for a good creme brulee." At this point, I was doing my best to stifle my laughter, partly because I wanted to see where this would go and partly because I was considering writing this entire escapade on Reddit. The checkout line had gathered quite the audience, with some people even pulling out their phones to record this unexpected rom-com. As my mom paid for the groceries, the robot sighed, a noise that sounded eerily like a deflating balloon, and said, "Alas, madam, I am but a mere machine. But if you ever need assistance, you know where to find me." As we left the store, my mom turned to me and said, "Well, that was interesting. I guess you could say he really checked me out."